Hello everybody and welcome back here for a race here on the Zero to Racing League Network channel. And we are here for we are at the 8th race of the season. Sorry about that. We are here for the 8th race of the season at Indianapolis. Second time. So we're returning here after last season. Last season we did come here. So last week at Texas, one of the craziest races of the season, we saw Matthew Johnson pick up his first career win as we come to Indy. Bailey Scott won last time we came here, but he is not in the field this year, so it will be interesting to see who can take advantage here and win at Indy. No new updates, so we'll go in. We see Joseph Romanok and Dejon Week starting on your front row. Chris Dodd, Patrick Gill, and Alexander Russell rounding out your top 5. Ron Alonso, JT Bryant, Garrett Sinoa, John Andrews, and Zednick Price your top 10. I'll look through the rest of your field, and we're going to come to him soon. He qualified back some in the 20. Grayson Acevedo, you can kind of see it. He's finally got a sponsor on his 20 machine. AT&T has agreed to sponsor him for the rest of the season here. And his teammate, though, Christian Mizrak, is still looking for a sponsor, but Grayson has a sponsor now as he is 4th in points. Mizrak has fallen back to all the way back to 16th in points, so still looking for a sponsor for him, but Acevedo now has a sponsor on his 20 machine. So let's get the command. Very quiet command there, and the cars are rolling off. It will be Joseph Romanok's second career pole. He's going to get us going soon. As we come back there, coming through, it looks like turn 4. Joseph Romanok on second career pole. Dejon making his return, still second week back, and we're getting ready to go green here at Indy. Here we go. We got a car pulling off. Is that Joshua Jones? No, it's Alex Tanker, but anyways, we'll check on him soon as Joseph Romanok is about to get the green flag. Here, we'll zoom out a little bit. Green flag's out here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And Joseph Romanok's clearly going to lead lap 1 as Alex Tanker is still on pit road and Chris Dodd has jumped out to second. Third is JT Bryant, Alexander Russell, and John Andrews, their teammate. JA Racing pretty much all in the top 5 right here, or top 6. Great run by the 3 drivers there. As you see, the 35 still on pit road. He might be coming off now. Yeah, he's coming off. But yeah, so JA Racing right up here, and now you see Alexander start to fall back. I believe last time we came here, it was kind of a wreck fest, and so far it's a clean start here. We're on lap 2 of 24, though, so still have plenty of time for something. Gus Grayson Acevedo is back here in this 20 AT&T car. This was painted by our fellow racer, Keith Batson. Very appreciative of him as Alex Tanker. Miles Jones also got a new sponsor. As you see, he is, though, in the green one, but he now has the orange monster scheme. He'll be running at a few races this season, but not today here at Indy. As you see Chris Dodd get passed by JT Bryant for second. You see the 35 of Alex Tanker, I believe, back on track. And Joseph Romanok is out front. The 83 pit strategy might come into play here as we are really single file here all the way back to Miles Jones back here in the 17th position, really, or maybe even further back now. We'll see the battle as they're still There really are not too many battles going on the racetrack. Joseph Romanok is checking out a little bit. The average speed here is about 46 second lap, so upward of 188 miles per hour is Joseph Romanok's last lap. As you see, JT Bryant closing in just a little bit here. Alex Tanker, I believe he's on this backstretch. He's in 3 and 4. I'm not 100% sure. We'll check on him later. As we'll go check on him now. I believe he's gonna. Yeah, so they'll catch him soon. As here's your race leader, who is through 3 and 4, coming off of 4. Here's Alex Tanker, and so they're only about a straightaway apart. So we'll see Alex Tanker lose maybe another lap. No updates on what happened there at the beginning of the race, as Grayson now is all the way back to last. And mainly single file racing. You have Tyler Merkel and Miles Jones. This is racing for the 20th position. You see the 88 and 43 trying to take advantage as well. That is Ryan Madden and Noah Kramer. Up here we have some side-by-side battles. Your top 10, Patrick Gill's trying to get out right here in his 46 Lowe's machine. It looks like Jesse Turner's up here in the top 10. His teammate out front. Jesse's in 6th. And we got a battle for second once again. Chris Dodd on the inside. Can Chris Dodd take second back from JT Bryant? It looks like he will. So drag race down the front straightaway. Here comes John Andrews in the 48. And it looks like JT Bryant might hold him off here. He's going to clear Chris Dodd. Chris is back in line. And we're bumper to bumper, 2nd to 5th. Here is, so JA Racing, all 3 of their drivers inside the top 10. Alexander Russell is 8th, John Arndt 7th, and Joseph Andrews is up to 4th. Your points leader, Joshua Jones. Let's find Mr. Jones. He is right here. It looks like he is running 13th, I believe, and he is. Kind of not having the finishes he's been wanting the last 2 weeks, but he is here right outside the top 10, trying to get back in the top 10, get another good finish. We haven't seen him have a great finish the last couple weeks, as it is the battle for 3rd right now. JT Bryant got around Chris Dodd, but Chris Dodd's kind of holding up about 3 drivers right here. You see John Arndt and the 24 of Alexander Russell kind of close in. They're catching Alex Tanker as well, who's right here in front of the race leaders. As you see the whole field racing hard. Got some bumps in the track still, so very hard racetrack. As you see, we got moves going on. John Andrews is getting pressure from the 80. Oh, Jesse Turner is going to get into the 48 right there. Did not expect Jesse Turner. Drove it in a little deep and is going to make contact with the 48 of John Andrews. John's got some left side damage now on his 48 machine. But I don't know if it will affect him here. The draft is valuable here at Indy. You can catch people, but you don't really need it. As you see, they have caught the 35, putting him back another lap. And it is now the 62 of JT Bryant catching Joseph Romanok. And the 48 looks really badly damaged. I'm surprised he's not more, as there's a big clog of drivers about in the middle. You see them. They've caught the 35, and this kind of puts them all. And you see John Arndt on the inside of Iván Alonso making contact. Will we see a wreck right here? They are all side by side, shuffling positions. We're 3 wide up here. 2 of the race lead. We see not John Arndt, but JT Bryant's got Joseph Romanok. Will we see a pass for the lead? As the battle back here, really, we have the lap car of Alex Tanker holding up a bunch of drivers. So we continue just to fly through the field real quick. It's pretty calm in the back. You see Jesse Turner and John Andrews has pulled away in 4th and 5th. And Joseph Romanok has gotten pressure from the Toyota of JT Bryant. Wasn't too happy with his run last week. He said it was a decent run, but he would love to see a better run here. As he's on the outside, I think we're having pit stops now. Joseph Romanok, Chris Dodd, John Arndt, Patrick Gill, a few. Alexander Russell, late entry on pit road. Patrick Gill, Alexander Russell, the 16 of Garrett Senor, Ryan Madden, as well as Noah, Brandon Bent, James Richardson, and Michael Harvey. JT Bryant's out front now, second leader of the race. You see Jesse Turner, I believe. Yeah, he's pushing the 48 of John Andrews. They're trying to close in on the 62 as much as they can before they come to pit road. And it looks like Jesse's actually going to just try to take second away for right now. But pit strategy is going to be key at this racetrack, as the first driver off is the 89. He's the first one done, not first one off. Looks like he had some strategy because he is coming real fast. As you see, Chris Dodd's going to beat Joseph Romanok off as we're coming. I believe everyone else is going to hit pit road. Here's the big... No, some drivers have stayed out. Tyler Merkel. I believe Colin Lindsay's your race leader now, I believe. So Colin Lindsay's the race leader. Matt Johnson, or is this Edwin? This is Matt Johnson, the 44. So Mike Tolan and Tyler Merkel all stay out as everyone else hits pit road. It's the big group of drivers here. So your top 4 have not pitted yet, as Chris Dodd has beaten Joseph Romanok off pit road, and he's got a big distance between him and Joseph Romanok as drivers are coming off pit road, making sure there's no accidents here on the pit road. I believe we will see the rest of the top 4 come in. Colin Lindsay is that first driver that will be coming down, as well as Matt Johnson, last week's winner, Tyler Merkel, and Mike Tolan. That's 3 winners right here, and a rookie. Actually, these are all rookies, but a rookie who has not visited victory lane yet. You see JT Bryant coming back. Here's where the battle for the lead would have been. Chris Dodd, it looks like, is going to have a clear lead as the Red Bull Racing teammates are up here running together. Finished first and third in the opener and haven't talked about them much. I believe that's Joseph Romanok going around. Jesse Turner, the Daytona 500 champion. So the 48 lost a lot of positions. John Andrews, they had to fix that left side damage. He lost a whole bunch of positions, as we see Chris Dodd right here. He's going to lead. I believe he's going to lead that lap. No, he's going to be 5th, but he just passed Colin Lindsay, who's just now coming off pit road. And back to second, it's JT Bryant way back here. They were separated by about 4 seconds last time. So, big lead for Chris Dodd in this 87. Dodd comes in here 3rd in points. 28 points back from Joshua Jones. And 18 from William Brock. Joshua Jones, William Brock, Chris Dodd, definitely 3 of the best drivers this season. All rookies too. Patrick Gill's 5th. He's the first driver who is returning in points, highest in points. And look how big of a lead Chris Dodd has. Here's Chris Dodd at the line, and then here comes JT way back here. It's going to be about a 3.47 second lead. Joseph Romanok here as we're halfway now. So expect another pit stop. That will be interesting. But Joseph Romanok trying to go for second now. Jesse Turner and Garrett Sidnor gained a lot of positions. John Arndt, William Brown. That's not William Brown. My bad. Matthew Brown. Big group of cars right here. As we're just flying through the field. Biggest losers. Joshua Jones lost a lot of positions, as well as Alexander Russell. They're back in 28th and 27th. Wow, not the pit stops they wanted. As you see, Miles and Carson make some contact on the racetrack. The 42 and 25. Is this Matt John? No. The 48 is way back here after making some repairs. Back in 36, Grayson Acevedo came in here 4th in points, and he is running last. Chris Dodd, though, is out front. JT's closing in a little bit because you see Joseph Romanok is right there on the back, and this is allowing them to go faster. As you see Brandon Bent coming off the pit road. Must have hit pit road. No, that's Alex Tanker. My bad. Alex Tanker, yeah. He is off schedule just a little bit, but wouldn't worry about him. Had some problems at the start of the race, and we've seen a pretty clean race except for the 48 earlier. As how much has he closed in? Wow, almost a second cut off there. JT and Joseph Romanok is really trying to close in Chris Dodd. Thanks to pit strategy, he's now the race leader. Not sure where he was running before. And Garrett Sidnor is rounding out your top 5. the back of the pack looks like are just coming. Looks like just now getting on the backstretch as Chris Dodd is getting on 3. So not sure if we'll see them catch one another. We'll be wow, almost about half a lap faster, and then we'll see where JT Bryan is this time with help from Joseph Romanok. Closed it in about another second, only about 2 seconds now behind Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd out here alone. It looks like we saw Jesse Turner running alone, but these other drivers have caught up to them as they're all single file. You see Patrick making a move back here to try to go under Matthew Brown. Couldn't get it to stick, and then your 10th place is John Arndt, who behind him, Noah Kramer's got a huge run. Couldn't capitalize, though, from that. And caution is out on the racetrack. It looks like there's a big wreck. We see Bobby Fraser's upside down, Tyler Merkel, and everyone's just running in. They have nowhere to go. Big wreck is out here. Oh, we have a car upside down. That looks like it's the 19 of Christian Mizjak. Ferdinand Gabba. Wow, Anthony Corby, second week in a row. And you see Chris Dodds, your race leader, and Tyler Merkel's taken out. Big wreck here. Alexander Russell's all torn up. Oh, Joshua Jones has some damage. That's your points leader. We're going to have to check that out. I believe it started with the 19. I saw him up and over, so I believe it's something with him. We're going to go check that out. Be right back. Chris Dodd is your race leader, and we will be going back green. I think only for about 3 or 4 laps, though, so we'll be right back. So Michael Harvey is running 15th, and he's just stuck on this outside up here, and, so he gets real wide right here, and this allows Matt Johnson and Dade John to make it 3 wide. 3 wide, they just slide up the track into Michael Harvey. Michael on the wall. Dade John making second week back, started on the outside. All right, we got to slow this down even more. You see a lot of drivers just running. All right, we're going to have to go helicopter, or maybe spectator might work. So we'll go with Dade John. And then here's Anthony Corby. They wreck. Anthony's first one to get involved. Nowhere to go. And then you're going to see just everyone pile in right here. Big hit to Matt Johnson. Look at these cars. They just, I don't know why they're not going anywhere else. They have all this room down here. I believe that's all that piles in mainly. Wow. Big wreck here. We will go helicopter. That's what I want to see. Overhead here. Alright, so we know Michael Harvey was in it. I believe these drivers got through. Daniel Maxwell had some damage. Alright, so Alexander Russell, Cody Smart, Carson Scott, Anthony Newton, Ferdinand Gabba, Christian Mizjak, Jay Day, Matt Johnson, Dunn LaPrade, Grayson Acevedo, John Andrews, Miles Jones, Edwin Mendez, Joshua Jones, Alex Tanker, Dejon Weeks, Kathleen Tellier, Bobby Fraser, Anthony Corby, all involved. I think those are all. We'll go on board with Bobby Fraser, who went up and over. Right here. Here he goes. Right into Matt Johnson, and then he's going to get help from Mike Tolan, it looked like. And yeah, he slides for a while there, and then he'll come to a rest before he hits that grass. Another car, heavy damage, is Tyler Merkel. What happened to him? Who did he run into? He ran into Bobby Fraser, it looks like. We'll just go on board with him. I think he's going to get into Bobby right here. Yep. And oh, wow. Great view right here. He sees all these drivers just start running into it. Nowhere for these drivers to go. Your point leader, the 5 car of Joshua Jones, is who we're going on board next. How much damage did he get? He was running 26. Not where he wanted to be running today. And oh wow, Ferdinand got some air as well as Matt Johnson, and they continue just hitting Joshua from all over. John Andrews, I believe John went up for a little bit. No, John just comes sliding in here after he repaired some damage. So Christian Mizjak is who went upside down up here. How did this happen? Oh, he's going to get hit from Zednik and then Carson. And Zednik will finish turning him. Anthony Newton. Grayson Acevedo didn't get too much damage. He kind of came to a stop, though. He gets into the back. I think Dave John's going to tap him. No tap. And he taps We gotta go on board with him. He is running all into miles though. He has nowhere to go. Waiting for Christian to get towed. I believe he's running 41st. Not the day he's been wanting, but I believe he's gonna get out of here with very minimum damage, if any. Yeah, gets into JJ just a little bit, and then just coasting up the track. Gets going, so not too much damage to him. Miles Jones as well, I don't think has too much damage. Oh, he'll get hit from Daniel Maxwell, and yeah, so can't say that about him. So we see all the drivers come sliding in. Big wreck here on the backstretch. We are on lap 17 of 24, and it is Chris Dodd out front, still in the 87 car. We'll be back live. We come back right in time for pit stops. Chris Dodd leads him down, but it looks like Hair Gel staying out, as well as Colin Lindsay. A few other, Mike Tolan, and one other driver, it's Cody Smart. They were involved in the wreck. Why they aren't coming down, I'm not sure. Alex Tanker, I believe they must think they don't have too much damage, and they might be playing the strategy game here, running under caution, trying to save the fuel. But fresh tires will come into play here. It looks like your top 4 will be out. We'll see who's the first off pit road right here. We'll go on the 83 just because he's a pole sitter. Here comes Garrett Senor. I believe he's... No! Splash and go for Christian Mizrak. Don't know if anyone's going to get some tires. It's a splash and go, though, for Christian Mizrak in the 83. I think Christian Mizrak might be in the prime position. I believe Chris might have got 2 tires, which took him a little longer. And so race off pit road. A lot of damaged race cars, though, in the back. So will be interesting. Your top 5 stay out. Arvon, Colin Lindsay, Cody Smart, Mike Tolan, and then Alex Tanker was already a lap down. But he will be starting between them because he is, I believe, 1 or 2 laps down. He is 2 laps down, and we'll be back to see all the retirees. You saw some as I scroll down, but we will be back with the 1 to go signal. We're back, and I promised we would go over them. Edwin Mendez, Zachary Fitzwater, Kristen Mizrak, Ferdinand Galbot, Tyler Merkel, Bobby Fraser, Matt Johnson, last week's winner, Anthony Corby, the 24 of Alexander Russell, John Andrews, the 5 of Joshua Jones retired. That is really unexpected. Didn't know he had that much damage, but that will be his first DNF of the season. Anthony Newton, the 7 car, who has just had a horrible season. Daniel Maxwell, Carson Scott, and Zednik Price all retired. The 35 is 2 laps down. He's starting in between number 4 and 5 on the racetrack. Arvon will be your race leader. Colin Lindsay, Cody Smart, and the 44 and Mike Tolan stayed out. We'll restart with 4 to go. The 35 is 2 laps down, starting between pretty much who pitted and who did not. Joseph Romanok, Garrett Sidnora, Jesse Turner, JT Bryant, Chris Dodd, and then Matthew Brown, your top 10. I'll look through the rest real quick if we can get a good angle. There we go. I'll look through the rest. A lot of damaged cars from Keith on back. Keith Batson, that is. And Grayson's still running with no hood, trying to get his AT&T car a good run. He was 41st before all this happened. He's up to 26, so good day for him. Or better than it would have been if he just now stays out some. But Vaughn's going to get going. I think Chris Dodge has the fresh tires. He's the first driver. I think he took 2 in the 9th position. I believe so. So it will be interesting. Can he get any run here? As the green flag is waving, they're pulling away from Mike Tolan, who spins the tires. Green flag's back out. Can Arvon visit victory lane once again? They are all going around the 44. He is a little slow, it looks like. Chris Dodd's on the outside trying to make some moves. But he's going to get caught up soon by the 44 up here. And here comes Joseph Romanok, Garrett Sonoy, and Jesse Turner on the inside around the lap driver. Cody Smart's falling back from the 3 and 8. But how quick will Joseph Romanok, the fastest driver all race really? He is actually not the fastest lap. But here comes Garrett Sidnor under Joseph Romanok. These drivers we know have enough fuel. Not sure about them. These 3 up here have had cautions, but would be interesting. Cody Smart's out. He's coming to pit road. And I believe... Whoa, no! Not sure what's going on here, but is that Jesse Turner, I believe, is hitting pit road? Or is that Joseph Romanok? We're going to have to go overboard. It's Joseph Romanok, Garrett Sidnor, and John Arndt hitting pit road late here. They just hit pit road though under the caution, and that's putting now Matthew Brown up into third. Colin Lindsay and Vaughn and Colin still out front leading. About 3 seconds over the 80 car, Jesse Turner, who just got passed. And is everyone going to have to come down pit road maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe those drivers did not get enough fuel in their car. Vaughn's hitting pit road. Colin Lindsay's staying out. And it looks like some others. William Brock, second in points, is coming down. Michael Harvey, he has some damage. And Jay Day. Joseph Romanok first one off, but Colin Lindsay is setting the pace out front, trying to get his second career win here on Pit Strategy. Matthew Brown is second. Patrick Gill and the 88 car of Ryan Madden is going under Jesse Turner, the Daytona 500 champion, is falling back. I think he's in fuel conservation mode. They're racing off, and it's going to be interesting. We only have 2 laps to go, and Grayson Acevedo is still very racy back here without a hood, passing a lot of cars so far. Where's Colin Lindsay? Does he hit pit road here with just 2 laps to go? He's coming to the white flag. He's staying out. Does Colin Lindsay have enough to win his second career race here in the Cup Series? White flag is out for Colin Lindsay as he crosses the bricks. Garrett Senor, I believe the 80's out of gas, as well as the 10 of Matthew Brown. The 55. They did not fill it up enough, and Mike Tolan's coming down. They didn't fill it up enough during that caution, trying to get just a little more. But Colin Lindsay is all over the back bumper. Cody Smart. You see drivers all on some kind of strategy. The 88 is in second. That is Ryan Madden. Colin Lindsay's going under the 12 car. All the 3 cars got to do, he's got about a 5-second lead over the 88 car back here who just got past. Colin Lindsay, though, is off turn 4. He's going to coast to the finish. Checkered flag is waving, and Colin Lindsay picks up his second career win and first driver to get 2 wins this season. He won at Martinsville. He'll win now at the Brickyard. Colin Lindsay gets an exciting win here, and who ran out of gas at the end? Any driver, looks like Mike Tolan, he was already on pit road. I believe no one else really ran out, but it's going to be Colin Lindsay once again picks up the win here in the Cup Series as they're finishing getting the order going. So Colin won back in Martinsville. That was race 4. So Colin came in here, though he dropped some positions last week. He's in 20th. This puts him with 2 wins. That means he's the number 1 driver for the wild card, because I don't think he'll be in the top 10 yet. So Colin Lindsay, Ryan Madden, Patrick Gill. Good day for the Hendrick cars. They have another teammate, don't they? No, it's just the 88 and 46. And as you see, that it is now official. As we export this as race 8. Exciting finish here as Colin Lindsay picks up his second career win. Noah Kramer and James Richardson rounds out your top 5. Chris Dodd, 6. And I pulled points up real quick. My bad. Chris Dodd, Kathleen Tellier, Keith Batson, Miles Jones, and Grayson Acevedo, your top 10. Look at Grayson without a hood. Finished 10th. His AT&T sponsor must be proud of him, and that is why we see. Oh, Grayson actually dropped in points, but we have a new points leader. As I'm looking over at the point, where did he finish? He'll finish 21st here today, but he has a 1-point lead over Joshua Jones. I think this is the first time Joshua is going to lose the point lead this season. Wow, so new point leader up top of the board is William Brock. You can look through the rest of your finishes. Here's the rest, all the drivers who retired. So crazy finish here once again. Last week it was the crazy pit stops. This week it was the crazy pit stops at the end. And you'll see points up next. William Brock, though, only has a 1-point lead over Joshua, and Chris Dodd is 2 points back. Oh, and guess what? Colin Lindsay would be seated number 1 in the chase if it started now. He gained 10 positions. He is 10th in points now in his number 3 machine. So, Colin Lindsay, Curtis's chase berth, I guess, because he's in the top 10, only by a point though. But Mike Tolan's 11th. He would have the first wild card spot, and then it would go all the way down to Matt Johnson, who's 18th. So, first driver to get 2 wins is Colin Lindsay. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Next week it is Infineon, the first road course of the season. That will be a excellent race. Of course, we don't have cautions next week, and it's crazy. We saw the 14 of Mason Powers win their last season, and the 14 is racing this year, but Mason is not, so it will be interesting to see if the 14 car can maybe hit victory lane again. This year it's driven by Zachary Fitzwater, who would love to have a win. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. We will see y'all at Infineon, and don't forget to subscribe. 3 away from 100. I love every single one of you. Have a great day.